Nevada Virtual Academy, we are back again. One more problem because we love math, right? Let's see, problem number 28, proficiency exam, algebra 1, geometry, whichever works for you. In the figure, quadrilateral ABCD, right? ABCD is a trapezoid. AD is parallel to EF. AD parallel to EF. And sometimes you see this in your geometry books as two arrows on the two parallel lines, right? And the measure of angle BEF, which is this one right there, is 125 degrees. Okay, what else is given to me? Nothing. The question for this problem is, what is the measure of angle ADF? ADF is this one right here. Okay, how can we find that? Well, you guys should think about it, right? Geometry, trapezoid. What is the rule? What is the property that makes a quadrilateral, right? Trapezoid. Do you guys remember that? Well, a trapezoid is a quadrilateral that has a pair of parallel sides, right? And in this case, it's really obvious that the parallel sides in here are AB and DC, right? I don't think that AD will be parallel to BC. That's kind of way off from this figure in here. Okay, so I know AB is parallel to DC. I also know that this angle here, 125, this BEF, has a measure of 125. If I will be able to find any relation between this angle here and the angle I'm looking for, ADF, I should be done, right? Well, let's remember two parallel lines cut by a transversal, and I'm referring to line AD and EF. They're parallel to each other. How about this DC line being our transversal, right? DC cuts the two lines and forms these two angles here, right? ADF and EFC, which are what kind of angles? You guys got it, right? They're nothing else but corresponding angles. Are they corresponding angles? Which means what? Angle ADF and angle EFC are congruent, right? So I can write that angle ADF is congruent to angle EFC. Because they're congruent, it means they have the same measurement, right? So in order for me to find the measure of ADF, would be good enough to find the measure of the angle EFC. Let's look at my figure again, and I'm looking now at the quadrilateral EBCF, which we know that has to be also a trapezoid, right? EBCF is a trapezoid. EBCF trapezoid. And I know segment EB is parallel to segment CF or FC, right? Because AB is parallel to DC. I mean, this ABCD was a trapezoid. Well, knowing that, I got line EB. If you want, you can use lines instead of segments here. Line EB and line FC, parallel lines cut by a transversal. Okay. And in what relation is now your angle BEF and the angle EFC? Do you guys see that? Right. Angle BEF and angle EFC, the blue one and the double red one here, they're same side interior angles. And what do you guys remember about these two angles? If I will have the measure of angle BEF, and the measure of angle EFC, because they're same side interior angles, they will add up to what? Let me give you a tip. This angle right here is definitely congruent to my BEF, right? Because they're corresponding angles. I got two parallels, EB and FC, cut by a transversal, FE in this case. These two angles are congruent, and basically my red angle here, EFC, and the angle CF, and I don't know, you can put a G in here, CFG, they add up to what? To 180. They're supplementary, right? Supplementary angles. Well, is this going to help me or not? Well, guys, ADF is congruent to EFC. So instead of the measure of EFC in here, I can put ADF, right? Because the two angles are corresponding, they're congruent. Your new statement will look like what? The measure of angle BEF plus the measure of angle ADF, right, should equal 180 degrees. But the measure of angle BEF is given is 125. 125 degrees plus the measure of angle ADF equals 180 degrees. To find ADF, you just take away 125. And this will give you the measure of ADF, which is the subject of our question here, right? 125 minus 125 is 0. 180 minus 125 is going to be 55. 55 degrees, right? And that's option B. And this way you are done. This is the way you solve similar problems in the proficiency exam or in your geometry class if you want, and you will be fine. Thank you.